Did you know that low cortisol levels can also cause health issues? Yes, we all know that high cortisol can lead to many problems, like belly fat, headache, and tiredness. But low cortisol can also pose significant health risks. Think of it like an inverse U shaped curve. Whether cortisol is too high or too low, both can harm our health. Now, let's talk about why low cortisol happens in the first place. Low cortisol and high cortisol are not opposites. In fact, low cortisol is often the result of prolonged periods of high cortisol. Let me explain it in a simple way. It's like how our body reacts to insulin. When we're exposed to too much of a hormone for too long, our system stops responding as well. Over time, it becomes less sensitive and sluggish. Cortisol awakening response is a good example of this dot. This idea of sluggish responses also applies to our cortisol levels in the morning. Have you ever felt tired and unmotivated in the morning? What if it's not laziness, but a sign that your body is stuck in a low cortisol state? Normally, cortisol levels in healthy individuals rise sharply in the morning. But for those who have been under chronic stress or whose cortisol sensitivity has diminished, they are unable to activate themselves, resulting in a lack of energy for life. Beyond chronic stress and fatigue, another factor that affects cortisol levels is early adversity. Studies have shown that beyond those suffering from chronic fatigue and stress, people's early experiences are closely linked to their cortisol levels. If you experience trauma during childhood, you are more likely to have a blunted cortisol response or low cortisol levels. So, what can we do? Healthy lifestyles are, of course, important, but the first step is awareness. By understanding how prolonged stress or past trauma affects your cortisol levels, you can begin to reset your body's natural rhythm. Only when we realize our switch is no longer sensitive can we start to repair it. Social support is another crucial aspect to consider. Feeling deeply accepted by others, or even just receiving a simple hug, can work wonders in easing anxiety. These small moments of connection help calm our nervous system and bring us back to balance. Why not start with something simple, like by giving yourself a hug today?